Ma'am, shall I start, ma'am?
Yes, Soundriya. Can start.
Okay, ma'am. Good morning, all. Today we are going to see about input-output port programming, right? How to interface the 7-segment display with the microcontroller 8051. Okay, so in this we are going to see 3 programs, right? And it is embedded C. Okay, so what is the first program is you have to display the number from 0 to 9 continuously with a predefined delay on a 7-segment display. Okay. The second one is you have to display from 00 to 99 continuously with a predefined delay on 7-segment display. Right. And the third program is you have to add P0 and P1. Okay. The contents of port 0 and contents of port 1 and display the result on 7-segment binary coded decimal display. Okay, and you have the output should be in P2 and P3. That is the 7-segment BCD display should be connected to the ports P2 and P3. Okay, so this is the appearance of the 7-segment display you should have seen, right? So whatever LEDs are enabled, that alone will glow, right? So we'll see that how to make it. Okay, so there are 2 types of 7-segment displays we have already seen, right? The first one is a common cathode 7-segment display. The second one is common anode 7-segment display. Okay, so this is common cathode, right? So you have totally 9 pins, right? So starting from A to G, and the last is for the decimal point. Okay, so if it is common cathode, you have to ground the cathode, right? You have to ground the cathode, which is common, right? So the second type is common anode 7-segment display, right? Here also you are having from A to G to enable a particular segment and one for a decimal point. Okay, and you have a common anode terminal which should be connected to a VCC. Okay, so the anode should be connected to a VCC in this case. Okay, so for example, how to enable how to display a 0, okay, with the decimal point of in a common cathode display. Okay, so how to display the value of 0, right, with the decimal point which is dp of in a common cathode display. That is what it is explained here. Okay, so before that I show a diagram, right? So this is the LED 7-segment display. Okay, so this is the A part, B, C, D, E, F, G, right? And this is the this is for decimal point. Okay, whatever segments you have enabled, that will glow. Okay, so if you want to display a 0, so what you should do? So whatever segments that should be enabled, you should find out, right? So if it is 0, you have to enable A, B, C, D, E, F, right? So all this should be turned on. In common cathode, all this should be 1, right? So A, B, C, D, E, F should be 1, right? And this G and DP should be 0, right? So that is what it is explained here, right? So from A to G, you are having, and A to F, it should be 1, and G should be 0, decimal point should be 0, so that you can display 0, right? And the decimal point is off since you are putting here 0. Okay, so on the same thing, if you want to do it in a common anode, you should reverse it, right? So G and DP should be 1, the others all should be 0. right? So that is what it is explained here. Can you see here? The first one is the common cathode. The second one is the common anode. Okay, and this is the decimal numbers from 0 to 9. Okay, so in common cathode, see it is in reverse order. Okay, so A to dP, here it is given as A to dP. A is the LSB. Okay, so what you are making for 0, you are going to make A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I'm sorry, till F it should be 1. G and dP should be 0, right? And for the common anode, G and dP should be 1. The others should be all 0 in a common anode configuration. Okay, and this is the corresponding hex code for this value. Okay, this is the corresponding hex code for this value. Okay, similarly for 1, okay, so if you want to display a 1, so which segments should be enabled? B and C, right? So for 1, B and C should be enabled. The rest all should be 0, right? So that is what it is given here, right? Can you see? B is 1, C is 1, the rest all is 0. In the common anode configuration, B and C are 0, the rest all is 1. Okay. Similarly, for displaying 8, what you should do? So this all should be 1, right? Except this decimal point. Okay. A, B, C, D, E, F and G. So this all should be 1 for this 8. Can you see here? Only the decimal point is 0. The remaining all are 1. Whereas in the common anode, the dP is 1, decimal point is 1. The remaining all are 0. Okay. So this is how you have to write the display codes for the common cathode and common anode configuration. Okay. And you have to write the corresponding hex codes. Okay. So on how to give the connection is, if you are using port 2 as the output, right, you have to connect the segment A to P2.0 and corresponding P2.7 to dP. Okay, so this is the connections. Okay, and we'll see how to do the first program. Okay, so we are going to use Keil. Okay, Keil IDE, Keil Microvision 5 IDE. Then we are going to simulate it in the Proteus. From Proteus uses the hex file from Keil. Okay, so the first program going to display 0 to 9 continuously with a predefined delay on a 7-segment display. Okay, so this is the C program. Okay, so this is the header file you are going to include. Okay, registers 51.h. Okay, you have a delay function. Okay, we will see the delay later. Okay, this is the main function, right? So you have the all the data types and the variables used here is mentioned. Okay, integer, unsigned integer I. This I is used in the for loop, and unsigned integer array. So whatever the display codes which we have seen in the previous tabular column, that it is mentioned here. Okay, it is stored in an array. Okay, so how many decimal codes you have? From 0, 1, 2 till 9. Right? For displaying 0, you should have 0x3f. For displaying 9, you should have 0x67. Okay, so it is all stored in array of 10. So 10 is the maximum size. Okay, so you have it from index starts from 0 till 9. Okay, and the port P2, it is used for output. Okay, so we are defining it as, initializing it as 0, 0. Okay, so while of 1 means it is, you have to run it continuously, right? So there is a term called continuously. So we are giving this while loop. Okay, inside the while loop means it goes on repeating, right? Since we have given 1, there is no condition, it continues infinitely, right? So, and we have used for loop, right? For I is equal to 0, I is lesser than 10, I plus plus, right? So we have the hex codes, display codes starting from 0 to 9, right? That we are going to put into the port P2. Okay, so P2 is equal to array of I means, so starts I value is 0, so array of 0, P2 will have 0x3f as the first value, right? And 06 as the array of 1 will be 0, 6. So similarly, it displays from 0 to 9. Okay. For with each will be having a delay of 100. Right. So 0 display ago, then it will call the delay. Right. And then again it displays array of 1. Right. And then it calls a delay. Okay. So if you are calling the delay, where it will go to the delay function. Right. So you have passed the parameter which is 100. So this k is replaced by 100. Right. So you have the variable declarations, right? Integer ij, because you have used 2 for loops. Right. So outer loop you have I is equal to 0, I is lesser than, since we have passed k as 100, this 100 here, then I plus plus, right? The inner loop is j is equal to 0, j is lesser than 1275, j plus plus, right? So if you calculate this delay program, this 1275 multiplied by 100, right? So for each I loop, j will execute 1275 times, 1275 times, right? So 100 into 1275 into the time period of 8051 is 1.085 microseconds, right? So this delay program will generate a delay of 100 milliseconds. Okay. If you give the k as 1 here, right, the delay of 1, if you give it here, so the k value will be 1. So what will be the delay? 1275 multiplied by 1 multiplied by 1.085 microseconds. So the value will be, the delay will be 1 microsecond. Okay. This is the first program. Okay, so we'll see how to do it in Keil and Proteus. You have any doubts in the coding part? Okay. So I'll open Keil Microvision 5, right? Hope you have all installed. Okay, you're new to Keil, right? You do not know the steps how to do it in Keil, right?
Soundarya already explained, Soundarya. I have
Okay,
explained the
ma'am.
execution steps.
Okay, ma'am. Okay. So I'll go to project, new Microvision project. I have a folder which is called as Keil. So I'm going to save the folder in Keil. Okay. So I'll just name it as IO code program. Okay. I'm going to save it. So I'm going to select the processor. Okay. So I'll go to 8051 and select the startup file will get added. So can you see here, I have created a new project. Okay, and you have to open a new file to copy the C program, right? So go to file, new, and copy the program here, and I'm going to save as segment experiment 1 segment dot C. Okay, so experiment 1 segment dot C. Since it is a C file, I'm saving it with an extension. Save. Okay, so I'm going to add this file to the project. Okay, add existing file. Experiment 1 segment dot C. I've added it. So I have added the file to the project. Right, then options, in the options for target, in the output I have to tick the create hex file, and the executable file name, I'll change it as this one, experiment1 segment. Okay. And I have to give start or sorry, I forgot to give translate. So I have, before starting the debug session, I have to give translate. Okay, so there is no errors, and build it. Okay, then I have to go for start stop debug session. Okay, so I have to see the, sorry, there is some error in the installation. So translate it, build it. Okay, so I'm going to see the output in the port 2, right? So I'm going to peripherals IO port and I'm selecting the port 2. Then I'm running it. Can you see here? It varies from the starting 0 till 9. Okay, so we have created a hex file, right? So it experiment1 segment.c, which will be in the desired folder. Okay, so we'll go to the Proteus simulation. Okay. So if I have already done it, okay, so you have to place the microcontroller 8089C1, C51, then you have to place the 7 segment MPX1 common cathode. Okay, so this is common cathode. Okay, so on the pin numbers which has been displayed in the word, right? So P2.0 you have to give it to, it is displayed here, 2.0 you have to give it to A, 2.7 you have to give it to TP. Okay, so the common cathode terminal is grounded through a resistor. Okay, and we have to select the hex file, right? So it is in objects, we have created hex file named experiment1 segment dot hex, right? So I have added that, give OK, then run it. Can you see here? Starts from 0, 1, 2 till 9, and it works continuously. Okay. So similarly, we'll go to the second program. Okay, so what is the second program is, you have to display 00 to 99, okay, continuously with a predefined delay on a 7 segment display. On 2 7 segment displays you need. And we have used common cathode display for the first one, can use common anode display for the second one. Okay, I'll show the Proteus simulation. Okay, 8051 controller has been placed and 2 7 segment displays is common anode. Can you see the name here? 7 segment MPX1, it is common anode. Okay, so and it has been interconnected, and here it is the anode. You have to connect it to a VCC through a resistor. Okay, in common cathode you have to ground it. Okay, so similarly I have used here port 2 as the MSB, port 3 as the LSB. Okay, so you have to write the C program for this one. Okay, so in the inner loop you can display it from 0 to 9. Okay, and in the outer loop you have to display it. For example, first one it should be 0. You have to display the inner loop as 0 to 9. Okay, and in the second iteration, the outer loop should be 1 and the inner loop should go from 0 to 9. Okay, so that you can get from 10 to 19. Okay, and for the next iteration, the MSB bit should be 2, then inner loop should go from 0 to 9, and you can get from 20 to 29. In this way you have to write the C program, and you have to call the delay in the same way as we have done for the first program. Okay, so I have done it in the Kale. I have already added the hex file here. We'll just run in the Proteus. Okay, can you see the first is 0, 9, then it starts from. So this LSB you have to define it in the inner loop, and this MSB you have to define it in the outer loop. Okay, so it goes from 0, 0 to 99, and then it goes on continuously since you have given that inside while of 1. Okay. You have any doubts in these two programs? No doubts, I'll go to the third program. Now what you have to do in the third program is add the contents of port 0 and port 1 and display the result on 7 segment BCD display. Okay, and the 7 segment BCD display should be connected to P2 and P3. Okay, so you understand P0 and P1 are the inputs, P2 and P3 are the outputs. Okay, so there is an example which is given here. So that is the procedure for converting the hexadecimal to BCD. Okay, so if sum should be the addition of contents of port 0 and port 1. Okay, and we'll see the example here. So we'll consider that the sum as 0xFF. Okay, the sum should not exceed the value of FF. Okay, so and how to convert this hexadecimal into BCD is the sum value, which is FF, it is modulo of 10, right? So I just write it here. Y is equal to FF can be written as 255, right? And modulo is A is 10, right? So plus 255 modulo 64 is 100, right? By 10. And we are going to left shift the value by 4. Right? So what will be the answer? Y is equal to, so 250 modulo 10 will be 5 plus 250 modulo 100 will be 55 divided by 10 will be 55 by 10 it will be 5, right? And you have to left shift it by 4, right? So 5 if you left shift it by 4, so you understand this, right? 255 modulo 100 will be 55, right? 55 divided by 10 will be, the quotient will be 5. right? And you are going to left shift it 4 times. So what is 5? 0, 1, 0, 1. If you left shift it 4 times, what you will get? You will get it as 50, right? So the y value will be 55. So this 5 added together, so you'll get the y value as 55. So that is what it should be displayed in the port P2. Okay. So next is you have to, this is the LSB part. You have to display the MSB, right? So for that, FF, the sum is FF divided by 100, right? 64 is 100. If you do it, it will be 2. The quotient will be 2. Okay. So that is the, you are going to display it in P3. Okay. So this part you have to code it. Okay. You have to write the C program. Okay. And the connections, it is given here. Okay. So you can copy it. Okay. P2.0 is connected to, so this is one 7-segment BCD display. This is the second 7-segment BCD display. This is the third 7-segment BCD display. Okay. I'll show the output in the Proteus. You can do the programming in Kale, generate hex file, load the hex file in the Proteus, and you can verify the output. Okay. Now I'll show the output in the Proteus. Can you see here microcontroller? So this is the 7-segment BCD display. Can you see here 7-segment BCD display? So this is for LSP and this is the MSP. Okay, and for the inputs, the logic state has been used. Okay, so this is one input. Okay, so one input is given to port 1, the other input is given to port 0. Okay, port 1 you can directly give it, but port 0 you could have studied in theory that it has 3 states, right? High, low, and a high impedance state, right? Port 0 is having 3 states. One is high, next is low, and the next is high impedance states. So what you have to do is you have to give the pull up resistors, right? So you have connected the resistors and which is all connected to a VCC. Okay, so I have given the input as all ones here. Okay, it means that it is FF, right? FF to port 1, and in the port 0 you've given all zeros, right? So what should be the output? 0 0 plus FF, so the output should be 255. Okay, I'll just run it. So if you change the input also, can you see here the output is changing? Okay, so I request all of you to put different outputs. Okay, so each of you put a different value and keep the output. Okay, so do not keep the same value. Okay, and the output should not go beyond FF. Okay, so any doubts in the third program? மேம் வேற ஏதாவது எக்ஸ்பிளைன் பண்ணுவாங்க?
சௌந்தர்யா உன்னோடது ப்ரெசென்டிங் அதை ஸ்டாப் பண்ணேன். அந்த
ஓகே
கன்வர்ஷன் இன்னொரு ப்ரொசீஜர் இருக்கு.
ஓகே.
So we can do the conversion, that is from hexadecimal to binary coded decimal, in two ways. So this is the first method. So according to your problem statement, we are going to add the content of P0 and P1, okay, and the sum should be stored in P3, right? Okay, so this is the conversion formula. First, you have to take modulus of your sum by 0a. So the calculation is completely based on hexadecimal. Please listen carefully. So FF modulus 0a, so the remainder will be 5. Okay, for this expression you will be getting 5. Okay, and next I am taking FF, that is I am doing FF modulus of 64. Okay, so you will be getting the remainder of 37 in hexadecimal. So this is hexadecimal, 37 is in hexadecimal. Again, I am dividing that number by 0a. So after the division, you will be getting a quotient value. Okay, quotient is 0.5. And I'm shifting the 0.5 4 times towards left. So the value becomes 50. Okay. And this 50 should be added with this 5 and you will be getting the LSB of your result, LSB of your sum, and transfer that value to P2. And to extract your MSB, you divide the sum, that is FF by 64, according to your hexadecimal division, you will be getting 2. Store that value into P3. Okay, in this way we can separate your LSB and MSB. Either you can, so the number is 255, either you can store it as 25R5 or 2R55. Anything is fine. Okay, either 25R5 or 2R55. Okay, so next class, next method. So this one is already I have explained in the class. So you can directly divide the number by 0a, your hexadecimal number by 0a, and store your quotient and remainder. So your quotient will be 19, remainder will be 3. Okay, and again divide this 19 by 0a. So your quotient is 2, remainder is 5. Okay, so we are getting 3 values. 2, according to this division, the quotient is 2 and remainder is 5. The first division, the remainder will be 3. Okay, either you can rotate this number 5 towards left or right 4 times. The answer is 50. Add this 50 with 3. So you should get 53 and display it in P2. And move this 2 to P3. So the answer is 253. This is the one method. Another method, you rotate that 2 into 20, add with 5, 25. And another way of displaying, display 25 to P2 and 3 to P3. So any method you can make use of it for converting, that is for converting your hexadecimal to decimal. So any other doubts? So first experiment, you have to use common cathode. Second, common anode. Third, you have to select BCD. BCD 7-segment display. So in case of common anode and common cathode, 8 pins are completely utilized for single 7-segment display. So in order to reduce the number of pins, we go for BCD. So BCD, we have only 4 pins. So 3 digits can be displayed within 12 IO lines. So that is the benefit of your BCD 7-segment display. It will reduce the number of IO lines. Any other doubts regarding this experiment?